feels so nice to have a warm, hot coffee right now. Okay, don't mind me as I light the candles, but what's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Oh my God. Get cozy. I would love if you guys just hung out with me as I try to figure out how to light this candle. Okay, so what is up, guys? Welcome to my very first video, my Hello Month series starting with August. So August is such a special time. I find it's obviously the in-between of deep summer as well as autumn, and you start feeling the shift in the weather, specifically morning and night. So during the day, you still have like the hotness of the summer, and you can still enjoy like all of the fun summer, lakeside stuff, you know, all of the activities that you would do in June, July, whatever. But I find in the mornings and evenings, during almost golden hour and dusk and dawn, it feels like fall. The sun starts setting a little bit earlier, and you can almost harness your inner excitement for autumn and then the back to work, back to school season. Also, I do find it's almost like a second New Year's in a sense, where you could totally reset, because September 1st is almost like truly back to work, back to school, which it is, but you can just like have a clean slate and just sort of restart. Also, summer, I find people tend to take a break and just recharge. And August is really a time of slowly reintegrating. This is also the month where you might start seeing, you know, that first yellow leaf falling down, which is just, it might shock you because it's so weird that the trees are starting to shed, but it's truly that time. So I love that. Okay, let's talk a little bit about pioneer life, specifically throughout the 1800s here in Canada. So August was a final push before harvest when people started preparing for the colder months. This was a very abundant period in terms of produce. Fruits of labors are like now at its peak, the highest fruition. Communities would gather together and help one another. This was a time where you would clean out what would be considered your pantry then, or your cellars. This was really like such a hustle and bustle, but it was also a very joyous and fun time. Communities would gather together. There'd be lots of celebrations, lots of eating. So women specifically would be the ones who would be doing a lot of preserving and canning. Also, this was a time where wood was chopped and wool was spun at the end of the long days. Just because the sun was still out, you needed to, again, start prepping for the winter. Also helped with a lot of chores that they could. So like a lot of sweeping, turning the fruits, and even sweeping away the bees. So even though this is ancient and so long ago, there's something magical I find about that time that we sort of try to integrate into life today. Okay, as for seasonal produce, let's talk about what is in right now. So August is really the time where if you haven't visited your farmers markets yet, this is the time. This is when everything is the most abundant. Everything just tastes so good. What's in season are peaches, nectarines, all of the berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. Some varieties of apples are starting, as well as melon is. Those are all in season. As for vegetables, corn, cucumbers, tomatoes, zucchinis, bell peppers, as well as eggplants, carrots, potatoes, and beets. Also, if you guys have ever been wanting to try canning or pickling, this is the time. What's kind of nice about August are, in my opinion, like the color vibes. As you can see, I sort of tried to make my background kind of conducive to it, but you're gonna see a lot of warmer hues. You're gonna see like wheat colors, golds, beiges, different types of blues, soft peaches, and soft greens. Okay, I'm gonna warn you now, my August recs are very nostalgic, very timeless, and very classic. So you're gonna get a lot of older shows, movies, books that I'm sure you've watched so many times, or maybe you watched them or read them when you were young. So I'm more old-fashioned than mainstream. So just a fair warning. So these are my movie recommendations for the month of August. So first and foremost, Tuck Everlasting. If you have not seen this movie, guys, just you need to watch it. You're missing out. This has all of the August vibes, late summer, all of the fun childhood nostalgia. It's like very dreamy, golden hour film that it feels like almost the essence of late summer. It explores fleeting nature, fleeting time, and like almost the beauty of growing up, which reminds me a bit of Back to School. It's set against so many beautiful backdrops, forests, lakes, and there's so much warm August light. It's perfect for watching as the sun starts to set a little bit earlier this month. Next is The Secret Garden. You're going to see that this is one of my book recs as well, but if you have not yet seen The Secret Garden, you need to check it out this month for sure. This one carries the energy of slow, quiet transformation, just like August is, honestly. Watching the garden come to life pretty much mirrors how we begin to shift towards this month, but it still blooms in a softer way. So you have that summer garden blooming vibe, but it's perfect for those who are looking for healing, slowness, softness, nature, solitude. It's just a really beautiful movie. So I definitely would recommend. Okay, next, this is a very childhood classic and favorite of mine, but The Parent Trap, specifically because it's set by a lake and it has all the summer camp vibes. So it really captures friendship, sun-drenched days, campfire nights. It's super playful and nostalgic, and it's the perfect end of summer vibe. Okay, next is My Girl. I love everything about this movie. It's so heartwarming. It's just a very nice movie to sit down and just truly enjoy and appreciate life. Also, all of the nature, the vibes, the scenery, it's just beautiful. It's definitely a coming of age movie, but it's almost like a love letter, I find, to girlhood, bike riding, long golden days. It captures the intimacy of summer and friendship and little life changes that start happening just before fall. Next, let's get into TV shows. So I feel as though these shows that I'm about to mention are my comfort shows, and I would say I watch them throughout the year, but I say you need to start them right now. You need to start them during August because they all almost take place at this time period. So there are three. The first one is, of course, Gilmore Girls. Everyone is, I'm sure, such a fan of Gilmore Girls. If you have not seen it, I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. Maybe you're living under a rock. But Gilmore Girls is just amazing. It's the epitome of fall, back to school, all the vibes, warm coffees, cafes, town squares. Just Gilmore Girls should be on repeat on your TV, in my opinion. So Gilmore Girls, number one. Next is Little House on the Prairie, my favorite. I have this show on every single night to fall asleep. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm truly obsessed with it. However, it just brings you back to pioneer time, of course, and you see so much community, fall harvest, school, churches, all of the things. I would say start it now, because the first episode is about an hour and a half. It's kind of like a whole year around, so you can get the vibe. But then if you start it, you're just going to fall in love with the characters, the settings. The show connects us back to the rhythms of our ancestry, the simplicity, the home life, work, the wonder, the changing seasons. It just helps you reconnect to slow living and pioneer energy, which is fitting for August. It is just a beautiful show, so definitely check it out. Finally, my third recommendation is Anne with an E. So it's based upon Anne Shirley from Anne of Green Gables, but this is a remake. I like this version because it really does capture the essence of seasons, all of the vibes. It's very classic, it's very timeless, it's very heartwarming. So it blends a lot of sunshine and shadow, holding both light and reflection for the month. The scenery is very stunning. There's so many woodland paths, there's wildflowers, there's meadows. It's so beautiful. There's even an episode where she hugs a tree, and I want to say she writes a love letter or gives a shell to the tree, but it's so beautiful. It's a lot of back to school, schoolhouse, stuff frolicking in the woods. It's beautiful. There's a scene with, I remember there's a wolf and they build a fort in the woods. It's just like late summer landscape vibes. It's imaginative and emotional. So I definitely recommend starting this series at this time of year. Okay, so this is my favorite part, our August book recommendations. So first and foremost, Anne of Green Gables. This is very similar to Anne with an E, the show that I was just talking about, but Anne of Green Gables is just such an amazing book about girlhood. It's timeless. It's set in Canada, which I love. In this one, Anne's arrival at Green Gables is bursting with wildflowers, imagination, and wonder. This book feels like golden hour in a meadow. It's hopeful, it's fresh, it's heartwarming. So it's the perfect August read or even reread to almost remind us how important a new beginning could be and a fresh start. Next, just like my shows, House on the Prairie. These are different than the shows, of course, and these were written by the real Laura Ingalls Wilder based on her memories from her younger days. So definitely Little House on the Prairie, but I would also say read the first book, Little House in the Big Woods, just so you can get an understanding of the history and where Laura Ingalls, originates from. This one I love. It takes place over 4 seasons, even though I know the cover has snow and winter. And Little House on the Prairie is just literally the best book for this time of the year. So the first one is set in Wisconsin in the woods, the deep woods. It's full of canning, it's full of outdoor chores and prepping for colder months, just like August. And then this one is when they leave the big woods and they head to Kansas. So just different adventures, different challenges. And I don't know, I love them so much. So give them a read. Next, The Secret Garden. Also, I'm just realizing I have dried flowers in here from last year. They're probably going to go everywhere, but yeah. So The Secret Garden is just such a beautiful story. It's such a beautiful book, especially this time of the year. It's a timeless story of healing, and nature just feels like it's slow. The shift from summer into early fall is really seen right now. The garden's quiet revival mirrors how we begin tending to our inner soft world this time of year with new beginnings, and it's a perfect read for reflection and cozy solitude. This is a new one I just picked up. It's called The Spell Shop. It just looks like all of the vibes. The Spell Shop sweeps readers into a world of mer horses, illegal spells, and first loves. It's as comforting as homemade jam on a fresh baked muffin. I just thought this book looked so good. I like the magic and the mystic and the cabin. And yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes. This place was a good place with kind people who cared about each other. There was a unicorn in the woods, mermaids in the coves, and the best raspberries she'd ever tasted. I just feel like it's just such a magical going into fall type of book. So The Spell Shop. Finally, the one I'm most excited about finding. I just found this, Emily of New Moon. This used to be a show that I was obsessed with watching with my sisters when I was a lot younger. I tried to find it, but it doesn't really exist online anymore. I don't know why, but Emily of New Moon, this is the first book of 3. Emily's a sensitive, dreamy writer in this book, and she finds her way through a lot of life changes. It's very poetic, it's inward facing, and it has so many lush and beautiful descriptions of nature, creativity. It just feels like August, where you're preparing for change. It's like wistful. I'm very excited about this. It also takes place in PEI, Canada, and just seems to have all the vibes. So Emily of New Moon. Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I loved filming it. Hopefully I can improve stuff next month, but I really want to continue on with this series. I love talking about seasons so much, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. If you're new here, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button. Let me know your recommendations down below. Also, if you know any fun facts about the pioneer time or history, I would love to connect. Otherwise, stay cozy, and I will see you guys next month.